right. You know who else is sorry, not sorry? LeVeon Bell, because he's been running all over, folks. Stephen A., your Steelers are surging at the right time. Winners of 4 straight. And now first in the AFC North at 8-5. LeVeon Bell feeling good about it after his franchise best 298 yards from scrimmage against the Bills. How about that? Telling Peter King of the Monday Morning Quarterback, I don't think any team in the NFL wants to play us right now. Since week 8 or 9, I've been saying this. Next week, we'll play even better. Now, since midseason, Bell's been averaging 191.4 yards from scrimmage. Stephen A., this is your squad. Is Bell right?
No, he's not right. I think he's right if he's talking about their offense. I think there's plenty of teams that I could pick from that would love to play against the Steelers defense. I don't think they're that enamored with it. This is not the Steel Curtain. This is not the Jays of Mean Joe Green and L.C. Greenwood with Jack Lambert and Jack Ham and Mel Blount and the crew. These are these Steelers where you got Cockrell and Gay and whoever the hell else is in their secondary that ain't getting it done. They ranked 21st against the pass. And oh, by the way, that's a vast improvement compared to what they were. So even though they're improving and Mike Tomlin is going about the business of correcting those things, the reality is clear. The Pittsburgh Steelers are continuously suspect against the pass. Teams know you can throw on this team. And as a result, there's plenty of teams that would not mind playing against the Steelers at all based on that defense. Offensively, that's a different matter. You give Le'Veon Bell the ball, and you still got Antonio Brown out there with Jones and Marcus Wheaton and Sammy Coates and those boys. If Big Ben Roethlisberger is on his game, there's no one that wants to play that offense. So I think Le'Veon Bell was telling Peter King, the great Peter King of the Monday Morning Quarterback, I think what he was saying is nobody wants to play against us, as in this offense. He wasn't talking about the team collectively, because he damn sure can't say that about their defense. There's plenty of teams that would not mind going up against that Steelers defense. Plenty.
So what's your answer? Is he right or wrong?
He's wrong. He's incomplete because he didn't specify whether he was talking about the team or the offense. I'm saying if he's talking about the offense, yes. He's right. If he's talking about the defense, hell no, he's wrong.
I just want to write down incomplete. The next time you accuse me of taking both sides, I just want to write down the answer that seems to satisfy you. No.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. First of all, you can't compare me to you because nobody needs a dictionary or a thesaurus or an encyclopedia to figure out what the hell I'm saying.
That's an entirely different matter. All right,
well, go ahead. I'm sure about that, Stephen A.
All right.
He's right. No one wants to play the Steelers. It's not that they're the best team. Look, if they had a real defense, Stephen A., they'd just be the best team. They're not the best team. That's not what he's saying, or at least it's not what I'm saying. They're not the best team, but they're exactly the kind of team you don't want. If that's your draw in the tournament, you're upset about that. You're like, damn, they're not the best team, but we had to get the Steelers. And the reason is they have the coach, the quarterback, the wideout, and the running back at an elite level. You got Mike Tomlin, Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell. And that's what it comes down to. Back in the day, the Indianapolis Colts weren't always the best team, but you look at what they had. Specifically, let's just deal with the players. Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, Edgerrin James. It might not have been the best, but you want to play those guys in the playoffs? And as it turns out, Peyton Manning wasn't great in the playoffs back then, so maybe the answer is yes. But that hasn't been Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger is the kind of guy you want in the playoffs. So the whole point of a statement like this is not the claim that the team is the best. It's the claim that their upside is tremendous and you'd rather not play them, and I totally agree with that.
Okay.
All right. Ben Roethlisberger endorsing Le'Veon Bell for MVP, saying he'd vote for 2-6 any day of the week. Stephen A., I hear you got a really great final take in store for us today. Please tell us about it, sir.
Well, there's a lot of great coaches that are doing great jobs and what have you. There's some things to consider. I'm going to address that in my closing remarks. I've got something to say about that. I'll just leave it at that for now.
Can't wait. I have a feeling I'll be shaking my head.
I'll just leave it at that.
Let's get into it. Earlier this month, the Giants got a hold of a couple of Steelers footballs and decided to see if they were below the NFL pregame inflation minimum. So the Giants told the league the PSIs were a little low, although they did not file a formal complaint. The NFL said all footballs were in compliance and apparently checked to see if referees had maintained control of the balls, and they dismissed the situation quickly. Now, the way the NFL handled the Giants-Steelers situation was a complete reversal from how it handled the Indianapolis-New England episode from the AFC Championship game in January of 2015. So Yahoo Sports writer Dan Wetzel called for Roger Goodell to apologize to Tom Brady. Max, does he owe him an apology?
No. If anything, Tom Brady owes Goodell a thank you. And so does Bob Kraft, and so does Bill Belichick, and so does every Patriots fan owe Roger Goodell a thank you. Think of what first of all, you got caught cheating. Okay, and this is the same team from Spygate that got caught cheating, and people want to argue. Look, and I understand where the indignation comes from, the righteous indignation. Everyone cheats. You know, it's like the college program that gets caught and sanctioned, and they go for paying players. Like, everyone pays players. Why are we being treated differently? Well, because you got caught. And yes, maybe because you're more successful than everyone else, and they got it out for you. But this Patriots team, it would have otherwise just been a regular, excellent Patriots season. And instead, the Patriots fans get this special season because Goodell gave you the gift of righteous indignation. Tom Brady comes back like a house on fire. He is determined to have Goodell hand him the Super Bowl trophy. I mean, MVP. He can't wait for that. And he's playing like a man possessed. Not only that, he got 4 games off in the beginning of the season. That helps preserve him later in the season. As many predicted, including you, Stephen A. Smith. I mean, this was common knowledge. A quarterback of that age gets 4 games off. It'll help preserve him. This is a guy who struggled in the second half of last season. Let's not forget. How about Jimmy Garoppolo? You actually got to see him in action. He not only now has tremendous trade value, but he got live game action for the Patriots. Beat an Arizona team on the road, by the way, who were Super Bowl favorites when the season started. Garoppolo, now you see, can actually be Tom Brady's successor, or if my prediction, which is correct, proves to be not correct, which is very small likelihood, but anything is possible, I suppose, and Tom Brady is still elite at the age of 41, which no quarterback in the history of football has ever accomplished, well, then you can trade Jimmy Garoppolo for something really, really good. I mean, in every respect, this has benefited the Patriots, and I don't know why they're so mad at Goodell.
All of your points, while as valid as they may be, have absolutely positively nothing to do with why Roger Goodell does not owe Tom Brady an apology. He doesn't owe Tom Brady an apology because Tom Brady wasn't suspended for 4 games over Deflategate. Tom Brady was suspended because Tom Brady refused to cooperate to the degree that he could have, because he thought that the Tom Brady brand and the New England Patriots as an organization were bigger than the Shield. And ultimately, it became a tug of war and a battle between Tom Brady and the Shield that is the NFL. And that was why Roger Goodell took this to the hill. There was a collective bargaining negotiation that took place between the NFL and its Players Association. In that collective bargaining agreement, Roger Goodell, as the commissioner, is accorded and afforded a level of power that obviously has the league, the Players Association and its players themselves a bit perturbed on many, many occasions. Nevertheless, in the end, what it comes down to is that he has that power, and Tom Brady challenged it. So when they were willing to take it to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals and beyond and all of this other stuff, and Tom Brady supposedly was willing to take it to the Supreme Court, and the NFL was like, bring it on, because the NFL was making the case. No one player is bigger than the Shield. No one player is bigger than the league. And there's no way on earth that we can allow a precedent to be set where you think you get to usurp what we consider in sports to be the Bible. Now, as a reporter for 24 years, going on 25 years in this business, one of the things that I've prided myself on throughout the years, Max Kellerman, is covering collective bargaining negotiations. It's something that I've had to do with the NBA on at least 3 occasions. And there have been plenty of times where players would get upset at me because they thought I was taking the side of the league, when in fact I never took the side of the league. What I would say is, you don't have the leverage. Here is why you're going to lose this battle. whether it be during the throes of negotiations or after things were finalized and you're trying to challenge the authority of the commissioner. In the world of sports, the courts don't want to get involved. They lean on that collective bargaining agreement no matter what lower court judges decide to deviate from. This is what was going on with Tom Brady and Roger Goodell. And the reason why Roger Goodell does not owe him an apology is because all Roger Goodell did was, the hell with deflated footballs. How dare you think that you can challenge and win over our authority when you are a player under the guise of that collective bargaining agreement. That was what the battle was about. Tom Brady and them tried to make it about deflated footballs. It was not about deflated footballs in the end. It was about Goodell's power.
The deflated footballs turned into a proxy war over the power struggle between the union and the league. That element of it is true, but I think you're underestimating the one thing you don't have as the juggernaut, as the team that's rolling everyone. And the Patriots, considering this era of parity and considering how long they've done what they've done, in spite of the cheating, are the greatest dynasty in the history of football. And I think that goes for all levels of football, period, because it's much harder in today's NFL to do what they've done for as long as they've done it. It's an amazing accomplishment. But the one thing that robs a fan base of, or a franchise of, particularly if they're not from a small market, is, righteous indignation. You can't, it's all stacked against us. That's for the underdog team or the underdog town, neither which applies to the Patriots. To the New England Patriots, who have that whole region. So that's what Goodell has given them. He's gifted them that sense that the world is against them and they have something to fight for, and it's not just being an excellent football team. So Max, you have this huge contract with ESPN, okay? And you're working for ESPN, and you work. Let's stay with me, play with me for a little bit. You have this huge contract with ESPN. You're going to get paid no matter what. But let's just say, for example, part of your responsibilities were to write. And then ultimately you got accused of plagiarizing. And as a result, you got suspended for a month. Now you're going to get paid. You're going to get your money. You ain't going to lose much. You got the supermodel wife. You're going to be just fine, okay? And oh, by the way, when you come back, you're going to have the same platform. You're going to be able to make as much noise, if not more so. Everything is okay with the world. That's all right with you? If you feel you got suspended wrong, hold on. It comes down to one thing.
Are you okay with that? Are you okay? No, I'm asking you a question. Are you okay with that? If you believe that you were done wrong and your reputation has been compromised or besmirched, are you okay with that? Just because
Here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. In this parallel universe, did this Max you're talking of plagiarize or not?
What?
It comes down to whether the crime was committed. So if do I think Tom Brady thinks that it wasn't committed? No, I don't believe that. I think it is a show. Maybe he's convinced himself of it, but it seemed to me that there was enough circumstantial evidence to make me think, as the league did, not beyond a reasonable doubt, but it's not a court of law. He probably did it. And so that's what it boils down to. And Goodell, by it turning into a technical CBA issue, has gifted Tom Brady and the Patriots and their fans with the gift of righteous indignation. And they're using it to their advantage.
That's not the issue, whether they win or lose. At the end of the day, the bottom line is this man was suspended. It's an individual issue. I just happen to believe that Goodell wasn't wrong because Tom Brady should have massaged that situation long before he was suspended, and it wouldn't have come to that.
Shouldn't have deflated the footballs in the first place. Then there's no issue. All right.